Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to talk about Jessa Seewald stepping up to defend Mama Duggar, saying that Mama Duggar was not shunning Jill Duggar Diller by missing out on the baby shower. She just had a prior obligation that she had already made plans to attend. Also, not only did Michelle Duggar not attend the baby shower, but several of the sisters didn't either. Jessa Seewald was the only sister that showed up. Okay, now that you guys can hear me, let's go ahead. Let's get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna read this. This is the Ashley Realities Roundup. This came out yesterday, right? And it says here, Jessa Seewald defends her mother, Michelle Duggar, and siblings who didn't attend Jill Duggar Diller's baby shower, insists they love Jill dearly despite family feud, which I believe they do love Jill. No matter what kind of family feud you have, you don't not love your family. So it says, Jessa and sister Jill has not been shown by the family, by the mom, the siblings, despite their very public feud with her dad. In a series of Instagram comments posted on Thursday, Jessa defended members of her family after they were called out for choosing not to attend Jill's recent baby shower, stating that despite what fans may think, Jill does have family support, and I do believe she has family support. But I also believe that they intentionally didn't show up, some of them, and it was for a number of reasons. Okay. So, like the Ashley says, as she's reported, as I talked about on my videos, Jill's cousin, Amy Duggar King, she hosted the baby shower for Jill, and it was obviously to celebrate her upcoming birth. Jill's mother-in-law and other relatives from her husband, Derek Diller's side of the family, attended the party for Jill, but it appeared that Jill's own mother, Michelle, and many of Jill's sisters and several of her sister-in-laws did not attend this baby shower. Now, in her comment section, Jessa revealed that she did, in fact, come to the shower, which in my second video, I did say that. I think in my first video, media outlets were reporting that none of the sisters showed up, but I was able to talk to a few people that knew a little, a few more details, and they said that Jessa did in fact show up. That Jessa was the only sister that showed up, and there was a sister-in-law that showed up. So in my second video, I did correct that and say Jessa did show up. So in her Instagram comments, Jessa revealed that she in fact did go to the shower. It was at Amy's house. However, she confirmed that none of the other Duggar women chose to attend. She blamed busy schedules rather than their bitter feud between the Dillards and Jim Bob for their absences. And this is what she wrote. These rumors make me angry. I'm here to put a stop to it. The narrative these kind of comments put forward is a false one, simply not true. I was there at the shower, but pretty much everyone else was out of town, whether for a wedding, family reunion, or beach trip. Now, what I have to say about wedding, family reunion, or beach trip. Okay, the wedding that a few of the members went to was a family friend. It was a wedding of a family friend. It wasn't like family friend. Family reunion, it must not have been a Duggar family reunion because Jill and Amy and everyone else would have been there. So family reunion, it must have been whoever the Duggar was married to had a family reunion. I can understand family reunion because it's obviously not the Duggar. So if I'm a Duggar female, thank God I'm not. But if I was, you know what I'm saying? And my husband was having a family reunion and it was my sister's baby shower, I would go with my husband to the family reunion, possibly, because at this point, this is my sister's third kid. I've been to the other two baby showers. It's my husband's family reunion. So, yeah, I would probably go with my husband to that. Beach trip. Beach trip. It's the summer. You can plan you could have pushed it back a weekend. And I'm not saying everybody has to rearrange their lives for it, but this baby shower, from my understanding, people got notice about a month beforehand. So at least a month beforehand, people knew about this shower, was invited to this shower. So, the wedding was a family friend. It's just weird to me that she's got so many siblings. Her mom doesn't show up. The siblings don't show up. Only one sibling and one sibling in law showed up. You know, so I felt like maybe the siblings, okay, I could kind of get them. Everybody's busy. But I feel like the mom should have shown up. I feel like Michelle should have been there. Jill was recently pregnant throughout Josh Duggar's trial, and she lost that baby. So obviously, getting pregnant again is a very emotional time. Let me tell you guys, that's true. The trip could have been planned before the shower. Maybe the thing was Amy bringing in Texas. Anna, maybe so. Um, I think okay. So Jim Bob and Michelle went to Ohio, and so Michelle knew about this shower, and she could have stayed back to be a part of it, but she decided not to be. And I feel like it probably was for a number of reasons. I feel like it was probably because it was held at Amy Duggar King's house. Also, I was looking at Jill Duggar's Facebook where she posted the photos of the baby shower, and I noticed someone that attended, and that was Miss Bobby Holt. So Miss Bobby Holt attended the baby shower, and I know that Mrs. Bobby Holt, she testified at Josh Duggar's trial on behalf of the prosecution. So they don't like Miss Bobby Holt anymore. They don't speak to Miss Bobby Holt. When I was at the sentencing, Jim Bob would not speak to her, walked right by her several times, and wouldn't even look over. So I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it. When I was looking at Jill's post, I just noticed where Miss Bobby said that she uh, was like thankful that she was invited, had a great time, and she couldn't wait to meet their new bundle of joy. So I do wonder if maybe that had something to do with Michelle not showing up. I don't think it's due to lack of love that anybody has for her. I think they all love her, but I do think there's more to the story than just busy schedules. You know what I'm saying? But Jessa's like, I'm not letting you guys paint this narrative that my mom shunned my sister or that my sisters shunned my sister, because we all love my sister. She said, summertime is busy and you cannot always coordinate 19 plus schedules. Anyone with more than one adult kid should know that. My mom and all of us sisters and sister-in-laws love Jill dearly, and she knows that. She added that she does, in fact, remain in contact with Jill. Let me see. While baby showers are a blast, they're not the only time family members get together and hang out. We spend plenty of time together, even if there aren't photos circulating on the internet to prove it. Pics are great, but sometimes you're caught up in conversation and enjoying everyone's company, and not every gathering, play date, or dinner has to be a photo op. Quit spreading hate. She has family support. Stop this nonsense. Oh, okay. I don't feel like I spread hate. It came out that she had a baby shower, and that none of her when it first came out, it was none of the sisters, none of the sister-in-laws, and her mom didn't show up. So I thought, wow, that's pretty wild, that poor Jill. And we know she's basically like an outsider to the family. She's the black sheep of the family. Like, we know this, we know that. So when I heard that none of the Duggars came, I thought that was worthy of a discussion. I thought, wow, she just had a miscarriage. Here she is pregnant again. And, they're not there. So I did do a video on that. Now, when I got more information later on that Jessa did, in fact, go, and that I got information that Jessa went, and that one of the sister-in-laws went. Let me see if I can find that. I think it was Katie that went. I think it was Katie that went. So when I got that information, I did an update video saying, okay, you guys, so Jessa did attend. One of the sister-in-laws attended, but still, Michelle was not there. The other sisters were not there. Also, Michelle and Jim Bob went to Ohio. I actually spoke about where everyone went. Any information that I could get as far as where people went, I did talk about that as well. And I think, okay, so Jim Bob did have plans to go to Ohio, from my understanding. He had those plans, but Michelle wasn't going to go with him, I don't believe. She ended up going with him and missing out on that baby shower. So I just thought there's got to be more to the story here. I wonder if the baby shower wouldn't have been at Michelle at Anna Amy Duggar King's house, if it wouldn't have been there, and maybe Miss Bobby wouldn't have went if Michelle would have in fact attended. After seeing the post, the Facebook post, Miss Bobby saying that she was, had a good time there, that really was like, oh yeah, I bet that's why. I bet that's why she didn't go. So yeah, Jim, Bob, and Michelle went to Ohio. Jessa was the only sister that went. Kendra and the new baby went. All were invited. Abby, Duggar, and Joanna were out of town in Florida, so they're the ones with the beach trip. They came back that evening though. So Abby and Joanna came back that evening, but they came back after it was over. Johanna, is that how you say her name? Johanna Duggar went to Ohio with parents. Katie Duggar was in Texas for the weekend. So yeah, she's speaking out to say, listen, they didn't shun her. It wasn't on purpose. And I feel like probably the sisters, it wasn't like a shun type of thing. And I don't even think Michelle looks at it that way. I think Michelle more or less was like, I'm not going to be comfortable at this place because it's being held by our niece, who has openly spoke to media outlets. Everyone knows that Amy Duggar King spoke to YouTubers and has spoke to the Sun and has given information about the family. To be honest, and this is just me being honest, if I was a celebrity and I had like a controversial family and there was a lot going on and I found out one of my family members was feeding information to magazines and YouTubers, I wouldn't be too keen with them either. Like, I wouldn't want to go to their house for a family event. I really wouldn't. So I can't say I blame her, but I do think it was more than, oh, our schedules just didn't allow it. I think it was, she found out who was coming, she found out where it was, and she decided she wasn't going. Amy insists that despite her Aunt Michelle and cousin's absence, Jill's baby shower was still a success and drama-free. She wrote this on an Instagram photo. She said, what a beautiful turnout, and enjoyed just being in the moment. There wasn't any drama, and Jill was glowing. Despite Jessa's insistence that her mama's siblings and siblings-in-law all just had other plans and didn't purposely miss Jill's shower, some fans weren't buying it. One person wrote, 1 out of 19 was able to make it. That's not scheduling issues, that's a choice. Someone else wrote, Jill's family members were not at her shower because Jim Bob is stopping them. Someone else said, in that freak of a family, you can't do anything without his permission. They are divided because the rest of the family have no choice. So, I'm not necessarily buying that it was a scheduling conflict. And a lot of other people aren't either. Like I said, I had 2 videos that I posted. The first video was titled, Michelle Duggar and Daughters Refuse to Attend Jill Duggar Dillard's Baby Shower, where I just talked about the fact that they didn't attend. And I had a lot of people say, well, maybe they weren't invited. Maybe they weren't invited. So then I got confirmation they were in fact invited. And I did another video after that to discuss the fact that they were in fact invited. They still just didn't show up. And that's where I updated the information. Michelle Duggar and daughters leave the state the weekend of Jill's baby shower despite being invited. Yeah, I think there's some truth to the tabloids. And Jessa was trying to sugarcoat it. Reality TV business can be very messy. I like Jessa. I really like Jessa. I like Jill. I like Jessa. But I do feel like, when they see these stories, their mom, Shun, their pregnant sister at baby shower, I'm sure it does bother them. And I'm not trying to upset them or hurt them with, my videos or anything. I'm just putting my opinion out there from the information that I gather, what I think is going on here. I think if it was at anywhere else besides Amy's house, the one who didn't have previous plans would have made an effort to go. Yeah, one of the brothers and sister-in-laws was in Texas with Anna and another church's vacation Bible school. Okay. But if it was another daughter, I'm sure they all would have been there, found a way maybe. It's time for JB and Michelle to pay attention to their other kids and fix their relationship with Jill. Yeah, we do know that Jill is kind of seen as the black sheep of the family, which is so wild to me because she still seems like she's like a great person. But Jill and Derek have said in interviews and also on their YouTube channel that they're not allowed to go to the big house. That's what they call their parents' house. They're not allowed to go to the big house without getting permission from Jim Bob. Also, they can't go unless Jim Bob is there because Jim Bob thinks that Jill is a bad influence on her younger siblings. So before she shows up, he wants to be there. And I think that's, I don't know, like really a bad influence. Why? Because she got a nose ring and she wears pants? Come on, you know? But I wanted to update you guys that it seems like Jessa, I don't know if she saw my videos, but she definitely saw media outlets reporting that her mom and her sisters shunned her sister Jill, and she wanted to set the record straight. I'm still not buying it wholeheartedly 100%, but I can understand why she wants to jump in and defend, her mom. I get it. It would be hard for me not to want to jump in and defend my mom as well. I don't buy the scheduling conflict story, and I also question Amy's motives for reinserting herself back into family events. Yes, I do as well. I like Jill. I know Jill can't go, but Jill can't go to the parents' house, but Josh can live Josh can live on the property. Josh was able to live on their property, but Jill was not allowed to go to the house without speaking to Jim Bob and getting clearance through him. How twisted and messed up is that, you guys? Really puts things in perspective. And for Jill, can you imagine the hurt? For her to know I have to get permission to go visit my siblings and my mom and my dad. Like, I literally got to get permission while my brother lives on the property. Yeah, so glad that Jill has someone like her husband by her side during all of this. I agree. But yeah, I wanted to hop on here and give you guys that information. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Are you guys buying it? I can't blame Jessa for wanting to jump up and defend her mom, but I still don't believe that this all resorts to scheduling conflicts. I think a lot of it had to do with the fact that it was held at Amy Duggar King's house. I, like you, question why Amy Duggar King decided to have it at her house, knowing that a lot of the family members are not well with her, considering that she kind of sold her family out to the tabloids. Like, I get it. Your family is a controversial family, but not everyone in the family is a bad person. Not everybody in the family is a bad person. And she's also, I remember when Amy Duggar King was kind of picking on, it wasn't Jessa, it was the other one that still lives at home. I always forget her name, but the one that lives at home, when that whole situation happened where, the little baby got up by the road, Amy Duggar King made a post on Instagram kind of mocking the situation and picking on her cousin. And then come back, when she got heat for it, come back to say, oh, no, I wasn't picking on her. I wasn't mocking her. I love my cousin. And that's the thing. The girls were always super close with Amy. Josh was super close with Amy. I can understand Amy being disgusted with Josh, being disgusted with her Uncle Jim Bob for lying to them about what took place, about watering that situation down. Jana, yes, I can get that. But the girls never did anything to Amy. But I'm sure they feel betrayed by Amy because Amy has went to the person that has trashed them the most. Amy went to, that one YouTuber who has literally trashed them so much, So if that was my family and that was my relative, I would not tell that relative anything that I didn't want to get out, Yeah. Amy went after Anna and Jana both. Yes, exactly. Yep, she sure has. So yeah, you guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What's your opinions? Why do you guys feel like Michelle and all of the sisters, except Jessa, missed out on this baby shower? Like I said, they had at least a month's notice. At least a month that I'm aware of. So they, if they were planning something, maybe they could have pushed it back. You guys let me know what your thoughts are on if this was intentional that they missed out on it or if it was just a conflict of scheduling. Leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Make sure you give this video a huge thumbs up. Also, Monday, I think we're going to do it Monday. We'll do our Mama June a Road to Redemption recap because that show comes on tonight at 9/8 Central Time. If you guys don't have a way to watch the new episodes, I watch it on Follow, but also usually like Saturday or Sunday, they'll have it uploaded on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube. All you got to type in is Mama June Road to Redemption full episodes, and usually the latest episode will pop up and you can watch it for free. And then you can join me here Monday to go over the recap and then discuss what went down on that episode. Also, we're going to start doing Jersey Shore recaps, and members, be on the lookout. I'm going to be making a post to my Patreon as well as my community tab about when we're going to start reading. We're going to start reading Leah Messer's book, which is a really interesting book if you haven't read it yet. I'm going to read it. I'm going to start very soon, probably sometime next week, start reading that. So you guys leave me your thoughts about this topic in the discussion. Wait, back that up. You guys leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. Yeah. Give this video a thumbs up. And until next time, I'll see. Oh, yeah, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Goodbye, everyone.